Hey y'all, it's Tyler Booth here. Welcome to 14th Regional Basketball on BSN.
They don't need an introduction to each other. David Kyle, probably another one for the ages between the Bulldogs and the Bobcats.
Oh, yeah, the highest stakes you can possibly play, round forward. You know, the Bulldogs had 2-1 in this. You know, Breathitt's long victory coming to the All-A semifinals.
Yeah.
But now here we are in the regional semifinals, and this is for all of it. You know, the dreams to go to Rupp, both teams are on the line right here.
Yep.
Trying to figure out who's that going to be, who's going to punch their tickets to that final game to see who goes to Rupp Arena.
Well, the Bulldogs pretty much been on a rail all season long with only 5 losses, 2 of those coming to the Clay County Tigers. Clay County just playing phenomenal against the Bulldogs in those games, especially that one at Memorial Gymnasium. But for the most part, like I said, Hazard's been on a rail. Eversole and Cottle have played outstanding. And then you talk about the guys that are there in Higgins and Combs and also Ratliff. You know, we've watched all those guys have big games. And it's one of those nights when you just expect the big things to happen every possession up and down the floor. And we've talked about it early on. And I think everybody here would be in agreement that the Bobcats are going to have to play really smart basketball. They're going to have to be 100%. They're going to have to go up and down the court and control a few things like turnovers and rebounding to win this ball game.
That's exactly right. You know, kind of looking down the lineups for both teams, I think the X factor tonight is for Breathitt County is going to be Braxton Terry. The game, Braxton played in 2 of those games. He's out 1 game due to illness. He played in the first game that the Bobcats won in overtime in the All-A semifinals. Braxton posted 10 rebounds. In the second game at Breathitt when they lost, Braxton did not have a rebound.
Yeah.
I think that is huge to this game.
Yeah.
If you look on the other side of it, I think the X factor is Nick Ratliff. Ratliff has come. He's one of those type of players I've watched this season. He's got better every game I've watched.
Yeah.
He's really improved. Kind of find himself in this Hazard offense his first year being there, and defensively, you know, just so long, quick reception. We already know about Evan Eversole, Seth Cottle. They're probably going to get theirs tonight. You know, you trying to stop those guys. They're 2 of the best players in the region. Maybe as good as 1-2 punches you will find.
And you bring up a big comment with Ratliff. I think Ratliff is one of those players that is probably overlooked by some other teams, just like you said, because he's a first-year player here at Hazard. But the young man knows his way around the court, and if he steps back behind the arc, look out. He's about as dangerous as Joe Honeycutt for the Bobcats, and it should be interesting. I'm excited. I know everybody here is pumped. Early on, it looked like the Bobcat fans were going to outnumber Hazard about 2-1, but both sides of the gymnasium filling up here in Powell County, and it's going to be a great atmosphere, of course. It's going to be a great ball game. We appreciate everybody being here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, tuning in to watch this one. I guess we'll take a quick break and we'll go to commercial, and we'll come back and finish introing the game and get ready for the Bobcats and the Bulldogs here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Appalachian Wireless is all in on Tech Madness right now. Select devices get up to $500 off on the Appalachian Advantage Unlimited or nationwide mix and match plans with renewed or new lines. Plus, use a trade-in for additional savings of up to $250 for a possible savings of up to $750. See AppalachianWireless.com for complete terms and conditions. It's Tech Madness with up to $750 off because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time. YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality Yamaha, Polaris, or Kawasaki vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 4 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, or Paintsville, or online at ypkmotorsports.com.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am motivated.
I am retired.
I am a grandmother.
I am a veteran.
I am an entrepreneur.
I am a son.
I am a small business owner.
I am HCTC.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Frank's, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
Welcome back, Bluegrass Sports Nation fans. We are preparing for the national anthem here in the gymnasium at Powell County. We plan on having that for you if one of the bands here decides to play it. If it's a recording, we may kick back out and go to another commercial. Is that right, Matt?
That is correct.
And so fans, stick with us here just shortly, and we'll see how this is going to go. We do have the band up. I guess it's Hazard's band. Got a few announcements here from many folks, and we'll have our KHSAA tournament announcements, and then we'll get down to business here between Cats and the Bulldogs.
We ask you please keep your plane more clear at all times. KHSA will close a $500 on any school playing floor. Parents, for your child's sake, please supervise your children in no way at all. Powell County High School expects all fans to enjoy the game and support your team in a respectful manner. While both teams strive to set the example of good sportsmanship, may a competitive spirit exist in every game. Everyone, please stand and remove your cap as we honor America on the city of Wisconsin by J.L. Rogers.
We'll keep it here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Can you see the doors early eyes would so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? whose brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocky red land of all thirsting here gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and the free and the home of the brave.
Wonderful rendition of the national anthem by one of Powell County's finest singers. And we will get set for action here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. David, Kyle Abner, and myself, Rob Hounshaw, will bring you all the action today. We'll be here with you for the next semifinal after this one between Knott and Prairie Central also. We'll get ready for starting lineups. First up for the Bobcats, number 14, Austin Sperry. Number 24, Isaac Bellamy. Number 3, Jackson Hamilton. Of course, Isaac and Jackson, the two seniors starters on this ball club. Number 12, Braxton Terry. And number 20, the big guy in the middle, Kanan Gross. Now for your Hazard Bulldogs starting lineup. First onto the court, all-star for the Bulldogs, number 5, Evan Eversole. Number 13, Seth Cottle. Number 40, Kenyon Higgins. Number 2, Dalton Combs. And number 4, Ratliff. Tell you what, Hazard's got a lot of size too, David Kyle. They're tall at every position on the court.
Hazard's length has been really a problem. If you watch the last regional tournament game they played against Ledford Central, their length, they went to a 2-3 zone and really gave pitch, with their length.
Yep. Both clubs with huddles of their own. Coach Al Holland right in the middle of the Bulldog huddle. The starting 5 for the Bobcats out at midcourt with a few last words from Austin Sperry. We got first quarter, 8 minutes on the clock. Bluegrass Sports Nation fans, sit back and sit tight. For what entails to be one of the best games probably here in the 14th region tournament, the Hazard Bulldogs and the Breathitt Bobcats set to tip it off. So Sperry and Ratliff in the middle. Ball is up, tip goes back from Sperry to Gross, and he'll hand it back off to Austin Sperry. We're underway.
Dogs opened up 2-3 zone. So good last game against Ledford Central.
Yep. Hamilton with it, courtesy of Sperry. Now back over to Bellamy. Back over in the corner to Sperry. Open for the 3 from the corner off the rim. Big rebound, fight for the ball between Terry and Higgins. Higgins loses it, and Hamilton comes back up with it. Bobcats get another opportunity.
Bobcats' first shot was a 3. A lot of times in the 2-3 zone invites that. A lot of times in region tournament games, in my experience, I always like trying to get a shot at the goal to get it going early.
Expect a lot of action under the goal between Terry and Gross, working against Eversole and Higgins down low. Going to be exciting matchups all over the court. Bobcats back from Hamilton and Terry had it knocked loose. Cottle came up with it, and Evan Eversole walking up the court for the Bulldogs. So we win about 1 minute here on this end of the court. Bobcats come up empty. Terry working against Eversole. Ball back out.
Open up man-to-man right here.
Top of the key over to Combs inside to Eversole. He's going to go inside to Higgins. Higgins on the baseline, kicks it back out to Ratliff from behind the arc. in and out. Rebound to Higgins, inside to Combs. Combs goes up, can't get the basket to fall, but he'll be fouled by Isaac Bellamy. So Dalton Combs will go to the free throw line for the first opportunity for the Bulldogs to get on the board at 6:41 in the first quarter.
Combs, one of the better free throw shooters in the team for the Bulldogs, averaging 82.4% in the charity stripe this season.
First shot up for Combs, nothing but net. Second shot by Combs in the air. Same result as the first. Bulldogs up 2-0 on the Bobcats. Austin Sperry walks over, checks in with Coach Honeycutt. As he comes across the timeline, he'll set the offense and go to work. Bill it to Bellamy. Now back to Sperry.
Bobcats got Jackson Hamilton on the baseline right here.
Hamilton with it. Ball back top of the key to Sperry. Thought about the three. Over to Bellamy. Cross court to Hamilton.
Man, this hazard zone just very long. Hard for him to get a shot off.
Inside to Gross. Gross off the backboard and good. And the Bobcats on the board, courtesy of Kanan Gross. Nice find inside. And Kanan off the glass and good.
It's really good work here by the Bobcats. You know, he's patient, just kept working the ball. Finally found a gap.
Ever so with it for the Bulldogs. Top of the arc. Dribbles over to his left. He'll pass it to Seth Cottle. Look for Cottle to look to get warm here early. Cottle, the pass intended for Ratliff, goes out of bounds. And the turnover will get the ball back to the Bobcats.
Just a little miscommunication there by the Bulldogs. Cottle thought his teammate was moving up towards the wing.
Sperry across the timeline. Over to Hamilton. Sperry and Hamilton back and forth, looking inside. Terry kicks it back to Austin Sperry. Shoots the three. High off the rim, and it touched the wire, so that'll be out of bounds. 2-2 early here in the first quarter, 5:33 on the clock.
This Bulldog zone right now is forcing the Bobcats to shoot majority all but one shot so far from beyond the arc.
Combs with it now for the Bulldogs over on the right wing working against Bellamy. He'll find Higgins top of the key, who hands it off to Eversole. Little pitch and catch. Eversole steps back for the Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointer.
Nice catch and nice release there by Eversole. Look confident pulling that.
Eversole puts the Bulldogs up 5-2, 5:02 on the clock. Over in the corner to Hamilton. Hamilton drives in the baseline. Defense double team. Ball picked up by Bellamy, not loose on the court. Bulldogs trying to come up with it. Higgins does. Higgins give it back to Eversole. A lot of action on the court. Good scuffle for the ball, and pretty clean too. They went after it, and Higgins comes out of there with it.
Bobcats got to be careful. You know, they can't let this turnover battle get ahead of them.
Cottle dumps it inside to Eversole. Up high, can't get it to fall. Looks like Sperry went up for the rebound. He'll come back down hard, but he's up, and the Bulldogs will inbound it from their own baseline. Courtesy of Seth Cottle. Going for Ratliff, and Sperry will knock it out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Bulldogs.
Sperry trying to anticipate that play. He almost had it. Just a hard ball to get right there.
Eversole inbounds to Cottle. Cottle looks over to All-Star coach Al Holland for some direction. Cottle goes to work for the Bulldogs over on the left wing. Now to Eversole, thinking about the three. He'll drive in the lane, kicks it back to Higgins inside. No whistle.
No.
Passes back out
for a walk off that.
Passes back out to Ratliff, and Ratliff will get it to Cottle. For everybody in the gym, except those fans to our right, thought it was a walk. No whistle. Ball comes loose. Terry comes up with it. Fight for it, and Dalton Combs back with it for the Bulldogs. Eversole going to shoot the long three. In and out. Rebound down to Isaac Bellamy. Bellamy comes out there with it, and they'll get Higgins for the trip.
That'll be the first on Higgins, first team foul.
Higgins got a foot under Bellamy as Bellamy came out of there. As you make note, that's his first foul. Foul trouble going to be important for both teams with the big guys underneath.
Right now in the early going, the loose balls have been going the way of the Bulldogs. Something to keep an eye on as well during the game.
Still 5-2, 3:35 on the clock. Both teams still feeling each other out. Great defensive matchup so far on both ends of the court. Terry over to Hamilton. Hamilton working inside. He'll dish it off to Sperry. Hazard's defense doing a great job just collapsing on whoever has the ball and trying to make sure the Bobcats don't have an open man, but there's Isaac Bellamy. And Isaac Bellamy drains the Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointer to tie it up at 5 with 3:06 on the clock.
Big shot there by Bellamy. You know, they finally got the defense a little off balance. Made the skip over to Bellamy, wide open. Good look.
Cottle over to Dalton Combs. Combs directing traffic. He moves Eversole over into the left corner. Eversole with it, drives baseline now, working against Terry and Gross. To Higgins, who lost a handle on it. Now to Cottle. He'll shoot the little jump shot. And the first 2 points for Seth Cottle for tonight.
There out there is kind of Cottle's specialty. You know, you get him that mid-range, especially if he can go straight up and down off his jump shot, he's deadly.
Sperry drives in, kicks it back out to Hamilton. Now back to Sperry, over to Bellamy. Let's see if he's warm, and he does. He nails it. The second Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointer for Isaac Bellamy. Cats go up 8-7. First lead for the Bobcats.
Bobcats, if they want to break this 2-3 zone, they're going to have to get buckets like that from Bellamy.
Bounce pass into Eversole. Now back to Ratliff. Ratliff can't make a move. Eversole going to drive in the lane. He goes up against, and a big rebound by Terry as Kanan Gross kept Eversole from getting to the basket. Jackson Hamilton from the corner. Another rebound by Terry. Goes up and under, off the rim, no good, no whistle. Eversole with the rebound. And here comes the Bulldogs.
Coach Al Holland calling the offense there.
Cottle buying his options. He finds Combs over the right wing. Now to Eversole, top of the key. Trying to get Cottle and Ratliff moving. Eversole will back it back.
Here comes a high pick and roll.
Yep.
Higgins and Eversole.
Courtesy of Higgins. Eversole off the backboard. No good. Tipped by Sperry. Gross comes up with the rebound. Sperry in the lane. He's going to drive. He goes up. Altered and blocked by Ratliff. Spots up Sperry behind the arc, and he drops the three ball. The Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointer by Austin Sperry is good. The young man stayed on the ball. You know, the ball came back to him, and he said, I'll just spot up from here if you're going to block it.
I think the hazard bench let him know he got blocked. He's letting him know he made it through the action.
You got to let it roll off your back. The mistakes cannot stay with you. Sperry doing a great job. 48 seconds on the clock. Cats up 11-7. Eversole drives. Little floater. One-handed shot by Evan Eversole is good.
Really nice move there by Eversole.
Man, he's good in the lane. There's nobody better than Evan Eversole at this point in the 14th region, I don't think, when it comes to handling the ball under the basket.
You know, his size, he just got so many facets to his game. You know, I keep talking about how big, you know, other broadcasters just how big he is. It's, you know, he's big, and then he handles the ball. He does a lot of things for what you don't traditionally see from a kid that's built like that. 17 seconds. Bobcats, courtesy of Coach Honeycutt, will hold the ball for the last shot. Bulldogs will get the ball to start the quarter, provided we don't have another jump ball.
Brings back memories of the other night against Essel. 5 seconds. Sperry still in his hand. Dumps it to Hamilton. Jackson fires the three. Off the rim. Hit to go off the hands of Eversole, but that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Bobcats up 11-9 by 2. We'll be back after this message on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Bluegrass Sports Nation fans, we got to say special thanks to all of our sponsors, our full tournament sponsors. First Trust Bank, great people, great banking and financial services with locations in Hazard, London, and Richmond. Holbrook Equipment located in Campton. Stop by and see them for all your farm equipment and tractor needs. Hatton and Watts Law Office located in Whitesburg. Attorneys Jamie Hatton, Michael Watts, and Nick Whitaker. Eversole with it, working for Hazard. He'll deal it over to Combs. Combs in front of the Bobcat bench. They get it to Eversole in the corner. Eversole going to drive the baseline, shut off by Terry. Comes back in the lane, spins, goes up off the backboard and good by Evan Eversole.
Hazard responds. First play of the break with the bucket.
Bellamy steps back behind the arc, fires the three off the rim, rebound down to Higgins.
Be interesting to see right here what Coach Holland comes back with in a tie ball game.
Cottle to Combs to Eversole, inside to Higgins. Kicks it back to Ratliff. Ratliff thought about driving the lane. He kicks it back out to Eversole. He's going to get a screen, and instead he just steps back and nails the Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointer. Evan Eversole has two of them. We talk about his work in the lane. Two big threes for the Bulldogs from behind the arc for Evan Eversole.
Eversole already hitting two. You know, Bobcats have got to step up closer and make that tighter. Time and space makes good shooters great.
Sperry over to Bellamy. Bellamy in the lane. Kicks it back to Hamilton. Now to Sperry. Steps in the lane. Into Terry. Terry shut off by Higgins. Sperry with it in the corner to Bellamy. He fires another three. Off the rim. Rebound down to Dalton Combs.
Breathitt County started off this quarter with shots from outside. Maybe need to look, you know, and it's 2-3 zone. It's really good with Hazard running.
Yeah.
It's like we keep saying how long they are, but it's really making it difficult on the Bobcats.
Well, defensively, they're in all the right spots at all the right places right now. And a big offensive foul will go against Kenyon Higgins. That's his second. As he puts Hamilton on the floor. Hamilton steps in to take the charge.
The charge being Higgins second. That's going to bring in Tucker Johnson. See his first action tonight. Or today, I should say.
Johnson in the game. He did a great job the other night. Just a phenomenal job when he came in, filled in for Higgins. Higgins on the bench with two fouls. Sperry drives in the lane, puts up the jumper, in and out. Rebound down to Evan Eversole. He'll clear it out of there for the Bulldogs. Cottle back down the court, across the timeline, over on the right wing, working against Jackson Hamilton. He'll deal it to Combs, now to Eversole. Eversole going to drive in the lane. Dishes it over to Combs for three, and it rattles the rim, but it drops.
Really good penetration, the hammer three there from Eversole to Combs, and that's going to be a timeout by the Bobcats.
Honeycutt takes the timeout, 17-11. Bulldogs up 6. We'll be back after this commercial.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Special thanks to Double Quick. Get it on the double at Double Quick. Appalachian Regional Health Care, more health. ARH is more for Appalachia. Appalachian Wireless, serving Eastern Kentucky. Better service, bigger savings. Get the best phones on the Appalachian Advantage plan. Go Time, refresh, refill, and refuel with 8 great locations for your convenience. And Steak and Shake in Hazard, famous for their great food at a great price. YPK Motorsports with 3 locations in Eastern Kentucky. Jackson, Hazard, and Paintsville, and now in Pound, Virginia. The law offices of David A. Johnson, Eastern Kentucky's attorneys representing Eastern Kentucky people. Call the car wreck professionals. HCTC, Hazard Community and Technical College, offering educational programs that work for you. Never underestimate you. 5:35 here on the clock. Sperry with it for the Bobcats. Working inside, he'll spot up, shoot the jump shot just inside the arc. Rebound down to Seth Cottle. Shot no good.
Bulldogs forcing the Bobcats shooting shots, away from the rim. Really working in the Dogs' favor right now.
Unofficially, I've got the rebound battle kind of tied up between the teams, 5-5 right now. Ball going to be knocked out of bounds by Hamilton. We talked about that early in the pregame. The rebounding and the turnover is going to be important for both these ball clubs to come out on top.
Eversole there when he drove, he's looking for that hammer three again for Dalton Combs. Bobcats had hands in the lane.
Cottle inside to Johnson. Tucker Johnson says, dish it to me. I'll take it home. He gets the bucket, and he gets the foul.
Dogs have opened this quarter on a 10-0 run with a chance to extend that to 11 with a made free throw by Johnson. Johnson on the season shooting 51.2% from the charity stripe.
5:04 on the clock. 19-11. And shot going to bounce off the rim. Rebound down to Kanan Gross. Sperry brings it in the front court. Now to Hamilton. Back to Sperry in the lane. Dishes it back out to Bellamy. Over to Hamilton. Bellamy looking inside. Comes back to Hamilton. Bellamy to Sperry. Knocked loose by Combs. And he'll deal it to Bellamy. Bellamy working behind the arc. Over to Sperry. Sperry drives in. Goes up. And he'll draw the foul on Tucker Johnson. Bobcats not able to get the shot they want in that possession right now, but Austin Sperry able to get open from the baseline, drive in, and tried to go hard to the rim. Johnson there to take it away. Sperry at the free throw line.
Looking for a chance to stop the bleeding. Sperry missed the first, and he's shooting 77.5% for the year.
Bounces hard off the back of the iron, no good. Sperry toes the line for the second shot. 4:33 on the clock. Shot is up. Rattles out. Off the rim, no good. Cottle will bring it down for the Bulldogs. Over on the right wing, he'll deal it across to Combs. Now to Eversole. Now to Ratliff. And on the right side to Combs. Inside to Johnson. Tucker Johnson working against Kanan Gross. Long pass over to Ratliff. Now back to Seth Cottle.
Cottle looking at your
Hamilton able to pickpocket, take it away, goes up for the layup. Jackson Hamilton to the rim. And Hamilton finally able to stop the bleeding, as you say, for the Bobcats. 19-13, 3:57 on the clock.
That's the thing about these tournament games. You can't, it's one play at a time.
Yeah. You got to win the little battles. Cottle out front working against Terry. Now over to Ratliff. Back to Cottle.
They've got Eversole's got to match up he's wanting.
And they're going to get a jump ball. And a possession arrow will give it to the Bobcats. I didn't know if it was going to get a walk or a jump ball. Multiple defenders there trying to tie up the ball on the Bulldogs. And it works for the Bobcats this time as they get the possession arrow. Terry will take a seat, and Joe Honeycutt into the game for the Bobcats.
Could be interesting to see what they do defensively. Add another shooter on the floor here. Terry's not known for long-range shooting, but Joe Honeycutt is.
That guy named Joe Honeycutt sure is. Boy, when he steps behind the arc, look out. There he is, over in the corner with it. Tried to dish it to Bellamy, knocked out of bounds by Ratliff.
Honeycutt gives the offense a new look, maybe can spread this zone a little further.
Yeah. Sperry over to Hamilton. Hamilton going to spot up and shoot the three, and it's good.
Hamilton's provided a spark here with the last 5 points of the game.
Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointer for Jackson Hamilton. Cleans the nets, and that'll make it 19-16. Bobcats back within 3. Cottle working against Hamilton. Over on the right wing. He'll hand it off to Combs around top of the key. Still driving all the way to the other side of the court to Eversole. Eversole out front working against Kanan Gross. In the lane. Stops. Fires off the backboard. No good. Tipped. Still ball loose. Bellamy. Looked like Bellamy came up with it. And Combs, I believe, will be called for the foul as Bellamy had a handle on it. And Combs tries to take it away. Sperry with it now on the inbounds. 2:43 on the clock, 19-16. Sperry comes back to take a look at Coach Honeycutt, who's putting Kanan Gross in position. Over to Honeycutt. He'll shoot the jump shot off the rim. No good. Rebound down to Combs of the Bulldogs.
Good open look, just a little long. We got a timeout by half. It's going to be a 30.
We'll take it with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
Thanks to Wolfe County Tourism. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous. Come see that all Wolfe County has to offer. Stop by and see Scott at Jackson Electric and Plumbing for electrical, plumbing, heating, septic, and appliance parts. And People's Bank of Jackson, working together to build success. People's is ready to help you reach your dreams. We get ready to go back to the action between the Bulldogs and the Bobcats.
See what Coach Allen comes up with after the timeout. Bobcats still staying man-to-man.
Cottle up top working against Hamilton. They wheel it to Ratliff. Ratliff looking inside, comes back to Combs, top of the key, now over to Tucker Johnson behind the arc in front of the Breathitt bench. Now to Eversole. Look for Eversole to try to drive on that baseline. He's setting Gross up. He has to deal it back to Ratliff. Good job by Honeycutt and Gross to shut off Eversole. Eversole shoots the air ball from 3, and Hamilton comes up with the rebound. Sperry over to Honeycutt. Now back to Hamilton. Hamilton going to bring it back out top of the key.
Hazard switched up to a man-to-man now.
We'll see how that fares for the Bulldogs. Hamilton's going to drive in the lane. Dish to Gross. Gross inside. Deals it back to Honeycutt, and Gross will be called for the walk. 1:34 on the clock here before halftime. Bulldogs up 19-16 by 3. Cottle will walk it up for Hazard. Over to Ratliff. Eversole now top of the key. He'll pass it to Cottle.
Hazard in their motion offense.
Cottle up and under. No good. Tip. Tucker Johnson. Big rebound. Honeycutt there to take it away. And Joe Honeycutt gets a hand on the ball. And we'll get a capped ball. Jump ball possession will stay with Hazard. Good heads-up defensive play by Joe Honeycutt.
Well, that's one thing you can't bring that ball down low, especially around all those bodies. Somebody's going to wrap it up.
Johnson with the feed from Ratliff. Tucker Johnson scores underneath.
Good play there by the Bulldogs. Getting Johnson opened up, though.
Can't leave him open under the basket. Sperry back to work with it. Screen from Gross. He drives in the lane, puts up the shot off the backboard. No good. Eversole with another rebound.
Defense there made Sperry readjust his shot.
Empty possession for the Bobcats right before the half. And you look for an Al Holland team with less than a minute and before halftime to try to hold it for the last shot. We'll see what they do with 40 seconds on the clock.
Hamilton applying pressure, speeding them up. Sometimes can force a shot here.
Ratliff over to Eversole. Eversole's going to walk it back out. He'll pass it, bounce pass over to Ratliff. Now back to Eversole. Eversole looking inside, puts down the dribble. In the lane, dishes to Johnson. Johnson up off the rim, no whistle. Rebound down to Kanan Gross. A little bit early for the Bulldogs, and it gives the Bobcats some time on the clock to work here before the half. 10 seconds.
Could be a big possession with the Bobcats score here.
4 seconds. Sperry over to Bellamy. He'll shoot the 3. Off the rim, no good. Bring us to the end of the first half. Bulldogs up 21-16 on the Bobcats. We'll be back after this commercial.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
During a loss, we realize that your loved one is your most valuable possession. At Breathitt Funeral Home, we consider it an honor to serve your family. We've recently made some big changes, but not only to the building. We have lowered our prices to what we believe are the lowest in Breathitt County. We offer payment plans for prearranged funerals, and we will honor prearrangements from any other funeral home. Breathitt Funeral Home, premium service at an affordable price, when only the best will do.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life.
Basketball fans know December is the start of the holiday season. A 4-month round ball holiday running all winter right through March. And at Rose Brothers, we're happy to help Bluegrass Sports Nation bring great high school action to you each week. And when your athletes need basketball shoes, or when you need warm weather gear to get through the winter, come see us at Rose Brothers. We have performance athletic footwear from Nike, Under Armour, and Skechers, and great outerwear from Columbia, Simply Southern, and Under Armour. Now let's cheer on our young athletes, and good luck from all of us at Rose Brothers in Jackson and Bataville.
Have you been injured in an accident or at work? With offices in Salyersville, Hyman, and Jackson, Martin Law Offices is your hometown injury team. Graham Martin, Todd Martin, Cameron Adams, Brad Park, and Lakin Roberts have nearly 100 years of combined legal experience, and they stand ready to help you get the compensation you deserve. Our attorneys have deep roots in our communities. We live, work, and celebrate beside you. So when you get injured, let your neighbors at Martin Law Offices help fight for you. Kentucky Law does not certify specialties legal practice.
Folks, be sure you stop by and patronize all of our fine sponsors, especially here in this 14th Region Tournament. Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza in Jackson, along with your famous hoagies. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart, and they remind that they're always been a supporter of the Bobcats. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs and supplying Eastern Kentucky. Citizens Bank and Trust in Jackson, serving Breathitt County for over 50 years. Check out the free CBTJ mobile app, banking right on your device. Breathitt Funeral Home, where they believe everyone deserves an honorable and affordable final farewell with newly renovated facilities. They'll be sure and take care of your family like their own. Jackson Medical Clinic and Family Health Care, open 7 days a week with extended hours. Great hometown atmosphere, and they'll be sure to take care of your family. Jackson Physical Therapy with owner Colby Watts, thanks to them for helping our Bobcats stay in the action, and they remind you that they'll help you get back into the action if you've been injured. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts. Stop by on Highway 15 and see them. Rose Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson and Bataville. Shop in the store or online at rosebrothers.com. The law office of Darrell Harold, with over 30 years of taking care of the legal needs of Jackson, the citizens of Breathitt, Wolf, and surrounding counties. Southern Woods Heating Air, no job is too big or too small. Stop and see them for all your heating and cooling needs. And Martin Law Office with offices in Sayersville, Hyman, and Jackson. Martin Law Office is your hometown injury team. David Kyle, I don't know how you could ask for much more of a ball game in the first half. Both teams spent a lot of time in that first quarter, I thought, kind of feeling each other out. We had a very low-scoring first quarter, and that brings us to halftime, 21-16. Second quarter, I think, was owned by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, first quarter, Bobcats won that quarter by 2, 11-9. The Bulldogs, correction, steps in, wins that quarter by 8 right there.
They,
7, I'm correct again.
Both teams defensively doing a great job. You look at different aspects and different matchups that we have on the court. I think both ball clubs have done a great job. If I'm not mistaken, Sperry in that first half only with 3 points. Terry scoreless. So far throughout the last few games, Terry's been one of the big aspects for the ball club in the first half. And if you flip the quarter on the other side of the coin, I think Jackson Hamilton's doing a great job on Seth Cottle. Cottle with only 2 points. And you look inside, Higgins with no points for the Bulldogs. So defensively, both of the ball clubs really doing what they need to on some of the star players. Bellamy with 2 threes for 6 points. Hamilton with 5 points. Gross with 2. and we made mention Sperry with 3. For the Bulldogs, you got Evan Eversole leading the way with 10 points. Combs with 5 points, Cottle with 2, and Tucker Johnson with 4 in the game. So, point-wise, you would expect maybe Sperry to have done a little more in the first half, and that zone defense early on we made mention of it. Both him and Hamilton, Bulldogs were doing a good job of just collapsing on those guys and making them get rid of the ball.
Yeah, that middle, especially the middle at 2-3 with Higgins in, really suffocating defense.
Yeah.
Once the Bulldogs come out to man-to-man, I feel like the Bobcats just finally trying to get their legs underneath them. But, we only had a couple minutes left in the half. The Bobcats, couldn't really capitalize much off the switch from the Bulldogs.
And on the rebounding battle, trying to keep up with all those, I've got Hazard with 7. And like I said, this is unofficial. These are my notes, so I've probably missed 1 or 2 here or there. And on Breathitt's side of things, 7 for the Bobcats. So the rebounding in this ball game pretty much a tie at this point. And once again, you look at you don't really see there's 3 players with on Hazard that have 2 apiece. There's not really an outstanding aspect as far as who's getting the most rebounds. If you look over on the Bobcats, Gross with 3 and Terry with 2 to lead the way on rebounding. Folks, we got about 1 minute and 50 seconds before we tip off the 3rd quarter. We'll take another commercial break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we'll be right back.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Appalachian Wireless is all in on Tech Madness. Right now, select devices get up to $500 off on the Appalachian Advantage Unlimited or nationwide mix and match plans with renewed or new lines. Plus, use a trade-in for additional savings of up to $250 for a possible savings of up to $750. See AppalachianWireless.com for complete terms and conditions. It's Tech Madness with up to $750 off because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Once again, thanks to our 14th Region full tournament sponsors, First Trust Bank, great people, great banking. Stop by and see Max Mitchell, president. Holbrook Equipment, located in Campton. Stop by and see them. They are a Kubota dealer. Hatton and Watts Law Office, located offices in Main Street, Wattsburg. Attorneys Jamie Hatton, Michael Watts, and Nick Whitaker. Double Quick, get it on the double at Double Quick. Appalachian Regional Healthcare, more health, more care. ARH is more Appalachia. We tip off the 3rd quarter. Bobcats with the basketball. Over to Sperry now. Sperry working against Dalton Combs.
Hazard this time. Looks like they're going to stay. Yeah, I can see a cut. See what happens press court.
Bellamy over to Hamilton. All the starters back in for both ball clubs. Hamilton working around the right wing, dumps it inside to Gross. Gross, the little hook shot is good for Kanan Gross. Man, he's got good at that this season.
They got to have that coming down the stretch here for this game in order to be successful.
Cottle with it now, back to the Bulldogs, working from his left over to the right side of the court to Higgins. Dumps it inside to Eversole, loses a handle on it. And I think Terry will be called for the foul. Eversole looked like he lost a handle on it, and Terry had it. And we get a foul called underneath the basket. Eversole will go to the free throw line.
Shooting 79% for the free throw stripe this season.
Best free throw shooter on the Bulldogs, I think. One of the best. He's right near the top.
He's one of them. Ratliff, Combs, and Eversole, they're all shooting 79%, 82, 86. Good free throw shooters.
Both shots good for Evan Eversole. That puts him with 12 points here in the game. Sperry will bring it back down for the Bobcats. They're down 5. Hamilton tied up by Combs and Eversole.
It's a foul on the Bulldogs here.
I think it's going to go against Combs. We'll see what number the referee draws, and it is Dalton Combs. So the Bobcats, Jackson Hamilton will inbound it from the sideline back to Sperry, and he'll leave it for Hamilton. And we'll bring it across the timeline.
Hazard's man-to-man.
Hamilton to Bellamy. Bellamy dumps it to Terry. Now back to Bellamy, over to Gross. Gross passes it over to Hamilton, tries to drive the lane off the screen. Tied up in the lane, trying to get rid of it. He finds Austin Sperry. Hazard defense doing a great job of closing in on that lane when the Bobcats enter and trying to double team whoever has the ball. Floater from Bellamy was no good. Gross tips the rebound, comes back out to Hamilton. And we're going to get Dalton Combs, I believe, with another foul. Nope, they're going to give that to Rattler. Dalton Combs looked a little concerned when the whistle was blown.
He was a little jumpy on that one, not wanting it.
So Rattler, that's his first foul. 6:20 on the clock now.
Team foul number 2 for the quarter.
Hamilton deals it to Sperry in front of the bench. Gets a screen from Gross, drives in the lane. Working against Higgins. Back out to Terry, now to Bellamy. Bellamy stops, picks up the dribble. He'll get it to Hamilton, shoots from behind the three-point line, and it's good. For Jackson Hamilton, another Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointer. He has 2 today.
Stepped up, playing a better offensive game so far than what it was last time for Hamilton. I'm sure he'd tell you that. Bringing the double team here, they're going to get a foul.
Terry and Hamilton double team on Cottle.
We're going to call it on Terry.
That's the second foul on Terry. Heads up defense. You got to play aggressive, and the Bobcats trying to make something happen here in the third.
Well, that's the play. If they can get a turnover right there, get a quick run out, tie the ball game up, big momentum builder to start this half.
Cottle looking for Eversole, tied up. He has to come back over to Combs. Kanan Gross right on Eversole, doing a great job. Higgins now whip it out behind the arc. He'll give it to Eversole. Working against Gross, trying to get it in the lane. Comes back to Combs. Now back to Eversole. Eversole goes in against Terry and Gross. And shot was no good. Rebound down to Terry. Fans wanted a charge on Eversole. Sperry over in the corner to Hamilton for 3. No good. Higgins with the rebound.
Big opportunity missed there by the Bobcats. Kind of had fast break. Top opportunity, didn't capitalize.
Cottle to Eversole, now back to Combs. Over to Ratliff. He'll shoot the 3. And the shot is waved off. And we're going to get a foul.
Underneath the goals.
Was it on Gross? Yeah, they're going to call it on Kanan Gross as he and Eversole was working on the baseline. And the Bulldogs will inbound it from the baseline here. Over to Higgins.
Big Gross's first foul.
Yep. Now to Combs. Now to Cottle. Kanan doing a great job on Eversole right now. Shuts him off on the baseline. Pass almost caught the backboard. Combs comes up with it to Ratliff. Now back to Combs.
Bobcats applying more pressure on the ball.
Bellamy all over Combs. Hamilton working against Cottle. Breathitt faithful come to their feet just to our left. This place is getting loud, David Kyle.
You got the Breathitt fans love it, with defensive intensity.
Eversole up under the basket, and he gets it to fall. Evan Eversole with another 2-point shot. That'll give him 14.
Good work by Eversole, giving them, just working, getting a good position, capitalizing on the play.
Well, they worked for it on that one. Eversole comes up big for the Bulldogs, and
picking a foul on Ratliff. That'll be his second.
Yep. As Sperry was driving inside the arc, Ratliff picks up another foul. 25-21. Underneath to Terry. Terry up off the backboard, up and in for Braxton Terry.
On timeout, Breathitt County. We're going to have a full timeout.
We'll take it with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this message.
Appalachian Wireless is all in on Tech Madness right now. Select devices get up to $500 off on the Appalachian Advantage Unlimited or nationwide mix and match plans with renewed or new lines. Plus, use a trade-in for additional savings of up to $250 for a possible savings of up to $750. See AppalachianWireless.com for complete terms and conditions. It's Tech Madness with up to $750 off because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Appalachian Wireless, serving Eastern Kentucky. Better service, bigger savings. Get the best phones on the Appalachian Advantage plan. Go Time, refresh and refuel at Go Time. 8 locations to serve you. And Steak and Shake and Hazard, great food at a great price. YPK Motorsports, 3 locations in Eastern Kentucky, Jackson, Hazard, and Paintsville. And now in Pound, Virginia. Stop and see them through your next ride at YPK Motorsports. Bulldogs down the court quickly. Cottle to Ratliff. Now back out to Cottle. Cottle in the lane. Tied up. And we're going to get a foul, I believe, on Bellamy. And it is Isaac Bellamy. As Cottle drove to the baseline, trying to get under the basket.
That'll be Bellamy's second.
Ratliff working against Sperry. Down to Combs. Back to Eversole. Eversole dumps it off to Cottle.
Want a pick and roll action here. Cottle goes against it.
Seth Cottle in the lane, shoots from the elbow, and it's good for Seth Cottle. That's his game. Look out if he gets hot.
Cottle, anytime he's going up vertical mid-range, high percentage shot.
3:16 on the clock here in the third quarter, 27-23. And Isaac Bellamy says, I like that shot too. He'll knock it down from inside the lane. He's got 8 points. Bobcats cut it to 2, 27-25. Cottle backing in against Hamilton. Drives around to his right. Now back in the middle of the lane. Dumps it to Ratliff. Inside to Higgins. Higgins looking. Higgins tied up over in the corner. He has to call a timeout. And we'll take it with him here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this message.
YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality Yamaha, Polaris, or Kawasaki vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 4 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, or Paintsville, or online at ypkmotorsports.com.
Special thanks to the law offices of David A. Johnson, Eastern Kentucky attorneys taking care of Eastern Kentucky people with locations in Hazard and Jackson. HCTC with educational programs that work for you. Campuses in Jackson and Hazard. Never underestimate you. And Wolfe County Tourism. They're naturally gorgeous. Come see all that Wolfe County has to offer. Inbounds from Higgins to Cottle.
Here comes a high ball screen. Hazard trying to get the switch, and they do.
Cottle with the screen from Eversole. Cottle keeps it. He fires a jump shot. He's hot right now. Seth Cottle with 6 points. 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. 2:33 on the clock. Spurry brings it across the timeline for the Bobcats. He'll go to work against Ratliff. Wanted to dump it inside to Gross, but he comes back to Bellamy. Screen from Gross. Bellamy drives in the lane. He'll stop. He'll fire his own jump shot off the rim. Big rebound down to Terry. Back up altered by Higgins. And Higgins will get it out of there to Cottle.
Hazard looking to push right here.
Cottle now. Looking for the screen from Eversole. He comes to his right. Dishes to Combs for 3. Off the rim. Big rebound down by Terry. And we'll get a jump ball.
Gotta go. That ball's going to stay at the Bulldogs.
Possession will leave it here with Hazard. 1:59 on the clock. 29-25. Combs to Eversole. Now back to Cottle. He'll deal it to Ratliff. Back to Cottle. Cottle over on the right. Kicks it to Ratliff in a corner. He'll bring it back out to Combs. To Higgins behind the arc. He'll give it to Cottle. Now to Ratliff. Back to Eversole. Eversole spots up. Shoots the three off the rim. Rebound comes down to Higgins. To Combs now. Combs will bring it back out to Eversole, who drives in the lane. Goes up. And he'll draw the foul on the way to the hoop.
Second chance opportunities right there for the Bulldogs. Proved crucial. And it's going to send Eversole to the line to shoot two.
It's 1:21 on the clock. Bulldogs up 4. Eversole could extend that lead to 6 if he makes them both. First one is good.
Coach Allen, a lot of faith in Eversole, sending all the guys back.
15 points for Eversole, looking for number 16, and it rolls off. Rebound down to Kanan Gross, and Sperry will bring it up for the Bobcats. Bobcats looking for a bucket here with a minute 10 on the clock left in the third. Sperry out behind the arc in the baseline pass to Gross, blocked. Higgins comes out of there with it. I think Eversole got the hand on it.
But just, you know, 50 was quick to release and to get on that double team once the ball went to came in from the block.
48 seconds on the clock. Cottle working against Hamilton. Defense of the Bobcats going to try to force a shot, I believe, here by the Bulldogs. Eversole takes a look at the clock and backs it back out. Gross working against him. Over to Higgins.
Higgins is hitting hold as long as he can.
32 seconds. Back to Eversole. Gross out on him. He'll drive in the lane. Dishes underneath the Combs, up and off the glass. And good for Dalton Combs. He's got 7 points here in the game.
Good find there by Eversole to Combs on the backboard.
Sperry in the lane. Drives in, up off the basket. Shot rolls off, but we got a foul underneath the hoop.
That'll be on Higgins.
That'll be Higgins' third, right?
Yeah, Higgins, that'll be his third foul. Sperry will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Sperry to the line. To try to cut into that lead with 8.5 seconds left on the clock. Drying off a little moisture on the court. So special thanks to all of our sponsors again, especially Jackson Electric and Plumbing. Stop by and see Scott for all your electrical, plumbing, heating, septic, and appliance needs. And People's Bank of Jackson, working together to build success. People's is ready to help you reach your dreams. Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza in Jackson, along with your famous hoagies. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, great supporters of the Bobcats, and they've always had your safety at heart. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale. First shot by Sperry, rims out. Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, serving Breathitt County for over 50 years. Breathitt Funeral Home, newly renovated, and they have some pre-need policies available. They remind you that they will take care of your family in your time of need. Jackson Medical Clinic and Family Health Care, open 7 days a week with new extended hours. With a hometown atmosphere, they'll be sure and take care of your family. Colby Watson, Jackson Physical Therapy. They'll get you back into the action. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts. And Rose Brothers Department Store. Shop in the store or online at ROSEBROS.com. Sperry's second shot is good.
Has got 8 seconds to see what they can do to extend this lead.
Cottle working around Higgins from the screen over to Combs for 3. He fires it up. No good. Tipped by Eversole, but the shot's waved off. And we will go to the fourth quarter right after this commercial break on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am motivated.
I am retired.
I am a grandmother.
I am a veteran.
I am an entrepreneur.
I am a son.
I am a small business owner.
I am HCTC.
Special thanks to the law offices of Darrell Harold with over 30 years of taking care of Jackson, the citizens of Breathitt, Wolf, and surrounding counties. Stop by and see Southern Woods Heating and Air for all your heating and cooling needs. And the Martin Law Office with offices in Salyersville, Hyndman, and Jackson. Martin Law Offices is your hometown injury team. Let them fight for you. Thanks again to all of our sponsors here during the 14th Region Tournament. We appreciate them, folks. We couldn't do it without you. We got 8 more minutes to try to settle this first semifinal here in the 14th Region Tournament. It's been a great one between the Bulldogs and the Bobcats. Bobcats looking for a bucket. Down 6 right now. Bellamy with it, top of the key, over to Sperry. Sperry's had a quiet game, really. Sperry's only got 4 points. Calling for Gross to come out for the screen. Sperry in the lane, stops up, pulls the trigger on the floater, no good. Big rebound by Braxton Terry, and he draws the foul.
Chance to capitalize a 3-point play here.
Rebound, put back, basket. Let's see if he can hit the foul shot. Shot in the arm for the Bobcats, down low. As Terry will cut it to 4.
Also, in bigger news maybe than that is Higgins gained his 4th personal foul.
Higgins got to take a seat with 4 fouls. Terry at the free throw line to shoot 1. Drains it.
The old-fashioned 3-point play by Braxton Terry.
Nothing but net for Braxton. 32-29. Important possession for the Bulldogs. 7:27 on the clock. Cottle out top of the key. Over on the right wing. Directing traffic inside. Dishes to Johnson. Johnson brings it back to Cottle. Cottle will pull the trigger on the 3. Bounces off the rim. Big rebound by Johnson, and he'll be called for the walk.
Just couldn't keep his balance there. Fell down.
The Hazard bench up debating the call. Coach Al Holland still talking to the referee.
Coach Hurt letting him know about it as well.
And 32-29, 7:05 on the clock. Sperry handling the ball for the Bobcats. Calls for the screen from Terry. Makes a decision, goes to his left. In the lane, he gives it to Gross. Gross pulls up with a jumper, and he nails it. Kanan Gross, the smooth guy underneath. Tell you what a move he has developed with the hook shot, and he shows right there he can step back and hit the jumper.
Breathitt County picked up a lot of momentum here.
It's getting electric in here. 6:40 on the clock. Bobcat fans wanting some defense.
Hazard's, in their aspect, they got to try to find a way to cut it off a little bit. There's going to be a foul on Hamilton.
Little bump from Hamilton, and he'll be called as Cottle goes to the basket. First foul of the quarter for the Bobcats. 6:32 on the clock, 32-31. Just exactly what you expect from these two ball clubs. Hazard fans thought Hamilton got away with another one. Ratliff pulls the trigger on the Breathitt Funeral Home 3-pointer, and it's good. His first bucket of the night is a 3 from behind the arc. Me and you've been waiting on Ratliff to start, ain't we? We talked a lot about him in the pregame. Dish inside to Gross. He tries to save it, and it'll go out of bounds. Turnover to the Bulldogs. And the Bulldog faithful comes to their feet. Up by 4. Ratliff with an important 3-pointer there as he hit that shot from behind the arc to put the Dogs up by 4 points. 6:06 on the clock. Here comes Dalton Combs with it. He'll deal it to Cottle. I think that's who you, if you're Hazard, you want it in Cottle or Eversole's hands right now in this fourth quarter.
Well, they're your 2 leading scorers. They make the most happen offensively for the Bulldogs.
Combs going to drive. Dishes to Johnson underneath. Johnson goes up, and the basket's good off the backboard for Tucker Johnson. Tucker with some important minutes and 6 important points for the Bulldogs. Sperry working to his right. Wants to go in the lane. He does. Baseline. Dishes to Terry. Terry underneath off the backboard. The shot is good, and he draws the foul.
Terry with another chance. Capitalize on a 3-point play here.
5:30 on the clock. $37-33. Terry puts down the dribble, puts up the shot, rattles into Free throw.
Foul on Johnson's his second personal, team second.
Terry with 8 points, all coming here in the second half. Hamilton against Cottle. Cottle will get it to Combs. Now back. We got an offensive foul on Combs against Sperry. Important foul there is Combs may be a little too aggressive offensively.
That'll be Combs' third personal foul.
3 on Combs and Higgins on the bench. Coach Al Hollow still content to leave Dalton in the game. Sperry working against Ratliff. He'll get it to Bellamy. No whistle on that drive. Bellamy now back to Hamilton. He spots up, fires the 3 off the further rim. No good. Big rebound to Terry. Comes back out to Sperry now. Sperry with it, starting the offense.
Big opportunity there by Terry getting that offensive rebound, giving him second chance opportunities. And Spurry's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Spurry's jump shot is no good, but he'll go to the free throw line. 4:52 on the clock. 37-34.
That foul's going to go on number 5, Evan Eversole, his first.
Eversole's played a very smart ball game. Leading scorer right now for the Bulldogs, and only 1 foul. We couldn't ask for a much better game from Evan Eversole. First shot by Sperry is no good. We'll go back to the free throw line for the second. Shot is up and in.
Cuts it to a 2-point lead, 37-35. Bulldogs favor. Seth Cottle bringing it up.
A lot of basketball left with 4:47 on the clock. Cottle will bring it across the timeline to Combs, to Eversole, working against Terry. Terry tried to knock it loose.
And he's going to get picked up a foul.
And they're going to get the 3rd foul on Terry.
Right now, folks, I know we're worried we got a little camera issue, but we are working on it. Just stay with us. Hopefully we get it resolved really soon.
Cottle to Johnson to Combs. Combs with it over to Eversole now. He'll spot up and shoot the 3. In and out. Big rebound down by Ratliff. And loses the ball, but they're going to give the foul on Kanan Gross. And with 4:29 on the clock, 4:25 on the clock, 37-35. And will inbound it here from their own baseline. 2-point ball game. Tucker Johnson with it. Gives it to Combs out top of the key. Now to Eversole, who brings it back to Cottle. Now back to Combs. Over to Eversole. Wants to take Terry in the lane. Drives baseline. Over in the lane. Turns, spins, goes up off the backboard. No good. Rebound down to Kanan Gross.
Sperry looking to push. Sees the lane.
Sperry underneath the scoop. And in the layup is good for Austin Sperry. 37-37 with 3:54 on the clock. The Bulldogs and the Bobcats have brought the fans to their feet. We'll take a timeout here with the Bulldogs on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Frank's, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolfe, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Bluegrass Sports Nation, we never fail to bring you the best action in the 14th region, and we got it here in the first semifinal today. Bobcats and the Bulldogs tied at 37, 3:52 on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs Seth Cottle goes to work, working against Hamilton. He wants to bring it into the lane. He brings it back out, tied up by Hamilton and Sperry. He's got to get it to Ratliff. Ratliff now over to Eversole. Eversole going to go in the lane, working against Gross. He gets it back to Cottle. Cottle back around top of the arc. Hamilton all over him. Pick from Johnson. Jump shot. No. Did it go in?
They're going to call basket interference.
I think so, yeah. So the shot by Cottle will be counted. That's 8 points for him.
Higgins looks like he's going to sub back into the game.
Higgins will come back in for Tucker Johnson. Higgins with 4 fouls. And waiting on a whistle. Looks like we got ready to go. Hamilton inbound it to Sperry. Now back to Hamilton. 3:20.
Like Hazards dropped back to their 2-3 zone.
It worked for them early. 3:20 on the clock. Sperry to Bellamy. He'll bring it out of the corner. Pass it inside to Gross. Gross working against Higgins. Rose up. Cottle with a rebound. Went to the ground. Got it to Eversole. And the Bulldogs will bring it back down the court.
Bobcats aware of Higgins' 4th foul, trying to get that quick 5th in there, going to Gross in the clock. Just didn't convert.
Eversole's going to work against Gross. He'll dish it to Ratliff. Ratliff in the lane. He'll bring it back out now to Eversole. Higgins working up top too, and that'll be 4 fouls on Braxton Terry as he comes around the left wing.
And that'll be the 4th. That should be on the floor.
It was on the floor.
But from now on, both teams will be in the bonus.
Yeah, it's on the floor. They will inbound from the baseline. 2:42 on the clock, 39-37. Bulldogs back to work. Combs wanting to go inside to Eversole, trying to get around Bellamy. Dribbles back out to the left wing. Now back top. Eversole loses a handle on it. It goes out of bounds. Turnover Bulldogs, and it'll go to the Bobcats with 2:30 on the clock. Bobcats could tie or take the lead with a 3. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the 4th quarter from Powell County. Bluegrass Sports Nation bringing you another one for the ages here between the Bulldogs and the Bobcats. Hamilton to Sperry. Sperry directing traffic. Brings everybody over onto the right side of the court. At least Terry, Hamilton, and Gross anyway.
It's like they're just trying to figure out what kind of offense, what kind of set they want to run here against them.
Hamilton back to Sperry. Gross underneath the basket, up and in for Kanan Gross. And what a nice assist and a find by Austin Sperry. The pass had some heat on it, DK.
Well, he had a good find. Just kind of sat patient, found Gross in the cut.
1:50 on the clock, 39 all. Higgins, top of the key.
Hazard running the flex offense right here.
Combs, now to Ratliff. Ratliff will back it up. Hand it off to Evan Eversole. Thought about the 3. Still thinking about it. He'll drive in the lane. Spins, goes back, deals it over to Ratliff. He'll fire the 3. Off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound.
Well, we got a foul on Higgins. That'll be his.
That's his field.
No,
it's on Braxton.
It's his field.
That is his field.
Bring
39-39, minute 28 on the clock.
Higgins to the line, a 50% free throw shooter for the season.
Higgins goes to the free throw line. Both teams, I believe now, am I correct?
Both teams will be shooting a double bonus.
Shooting a double bonus.
Joseph Honeycutt subbing in for Terry.
Honeycutt will replace Braxton. We talked about that earlier. The other aspect that Honeycutt gives this offense is we got another shooter on the court. He can step back behind the arc anytime he wants to. Higgins' shot off the back of the rim, no good.
If it's Honeycutt, does that mean the Dogs, will they stay in the 2-3 or will they come out man-to-man for the remainder of minute 26 in this 4th quarter?
Higgins steps to the free throw line for his second shot. Eyes the basket, puts it up. Off the rim, no good. Rebound down, Kanan Gross. 1:24 on the clock. Bobcats looking to take a lead late here in the game.
And the Dogs are going to stay in their zone.
Sperry directing traffic. He'll find Hamilton. Now back over to Sperry. Sperry confident to sit and wait right now with 1:06 on the clock. Over to Hamilton. Now back to Sperry. 1 minute on the clock. Honeycutt underneath the basket. He brings it back out. Tied up by Higgins, and we'll get a jump ball.
It's going to go to the Bulldogs.
It'll go to the Bulldogs on the possession. 55.9 on the clock, 39 all. Cottle across the timeline. Yelling out instructions to Eversole. Still needing a screen. Eversole will bring it out.
It's going to look like they're trying to run their flex offense.
40 seconds on the clock. Eversole drive. Looking. Work. Double team. Passes to Higgins. Higgins spins. Brings it back out. Over to Eversole now. 29 seconds. Eversole inside to Higgins. And Bellamy going to foul Higgins. Probably a smart foul.
Well, right there, he thought he's about to maybe give something up. Put Higgins to the line. He missed the last two. Higgins gets a chance to redeem himself, though, missing his first two. Yeah, we get 2 shots right here.
25.3, and we get on the clock, we get a timeout. Breathitt County, we'll take it with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we'll be right back after this commercial.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
We got 25.3 left on the clock here in the first semifinal of the day from Powell County. And it's a barn burner, 39-39. You didn't expect anything less from the Bulldogs and the Bobcats. Bulldogs with the ball. Higgins at the free throw line. As Bellamy had to come up, stops the clock, puts Higgins on the line. And we'll get ready for his first shot. It's up. Off the front of the rim, no good.
Big free throw here by Higgins coming up.
Second shot by Higgins. Breathitt faithful. On their feet. It's up. Rolls off the rim. Rebound down to Austin Sperry. 22 seconds to work for the Bobcats.
And right now you think Sperry, they're going to hold for the last. And it's going to go to overtime or Bobcats victory. I think that's to be the game plan right now.
13 seconds. 39-39. Bobcats and the Bulldogs. First semifinal game in the 14th region. Sperry puts up the shot for three. Off the rim, no good. Higgins comes down with it. 1.7 on the clock. It'll fall to the floor. And we'll go to overtime here on Bluegrass Sports Nation between the Bulldogs and the Bobcats. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back, BSN fans.
You know what's worse?
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza. Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
We are back, Bluegrass Sports Nation fans, with the fresh 4 minutes on the clock. Coach David Kyle Abner, tell us about this overtime period.
Overtime, high school's 4 minutes. They'll do a jump ball just like they would start a game. And then fouls stay up, so both teams are going to remain in the bonus to start this. Oh, and all remaining overtime periods if we need to go extra.
Yeah, we don't have an overtime button, so it says quarter 5 on ours, but
this is the first overtime period.
There's the jump ball from midcourt. Sperry once again gets the tip, and it'll go to Isaac Bellamy. Sperry brings it across the timeline to start the overtime period for the Bobcats. Looking inside. Gross comes out with the screen. Sperry in the lane, off the backboard and good for Austin Sperry.
And the Bobcats strike first in overtime.
Young man looks like he's got a little bit more emotion here in this 5th quarter. Sperry back down the court, set up for defense quickly. Cottle wants to pull the trigger. Pass I thought was intended, deflected. Everso goes off the backboard, no good. Big rebound
by Gross.
Rebound Gross, foul on, and that's the 5th foul on Higgins. So the Bobcats.
Tucker Johnson will be subbing back in for Kenyon Higgins.
Kanan Gross will walk to the other end of the court, and he'll shoot 2 with 3:28 on the clock. (39-41). Looking to extend the lead.
Gross hits the first one.
And he does.
Gross on the season, 56.4 from the free throw line.
42-39. Gross gets one more. And it's good. Kanan Gross with 2 clutch free throws. 43-39, 4-point lead for the Bobcats. I think that's the biggest lead of the day, David Kyle, for the Bobcats.
Bobcats ain't had a lead since the start of the 2nd quarter.
Tucker Johnson off, blocked by Sperry inside to Eversole. Johnson handled it when it came back out of there. And Eversole goes back up, shot no good. And we'll get a foul under the basket. With 3:09 on the clock.
Looks like we'll let Tucker Johnson by with a shove in the back there on Sperry. Sperry might have embellished on a little bit, but
Cats up 4. Bulldog star Evan Eversole at the line. The young man takes a deep breath. Ball in the air. Off the back of the rim. Odd miss for Eversole.
Eversole's excellent free throw shooter right at nearly 80% on the season.
You just expect him to hit these. Second shot for Eversole. It's up. And he redeems himself as he hits the second.
Cuts it back to a one-possession game, 43-40.
Sperry will walk it up for the Bobcats. Coach Honeycutt shouting out instructions from the bench. Honeycutt with the screen. He comes back. Now Gross moving over. Gross still looking over at the...
Sperry going to make the Bulldogs come out to guard.
Yeah. He'll pass it over to Belton. I thought Gross was looking over at the bench for some instruction. Hamilton will drive it in. He'll kick it back out to Bellman. Now back to Hamilton. Coach Honeycutt playing some hazard Bulldog ball here, trying to hold the ball a little while. Bellamy tripped. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover Bulldog or Bobcats. It'll go to the Bulldogs.
I believe he got tripped up there by Johnson, but no call. Now we got Trace Kincaid subbing in for the Dogs. Looks like Tucker Johnson be coming out.
2:35 on the clock. Trace Kincaid hit 2 big 3-pointers for Hazard the other night. He had 8 points. Cottle brings it across the timeline, working against Hamilton. Hamilton will draw the foul. So Cottle will go to the free throw line.
Shoot 2.
To shoot for the Bulldogs.
Cottle, excellent free throw shooter as well.
3 fouls on Hamilton.
0.6%.
70 what?
75.6.
Cottle puts down his dribble, puts up the shot. He fires and hits. 9 points for Cottle. Second shot in the air, and it's good. Seth Cottle good on both of those. He has 10. Hamilton now back to Sperry on the inbound.
1 point lead for the Bobcats. Hasn't switched over man-to-man. Kincaid's guarding Sperry currently.
Sperry directing traffic.
Sperry went to isolate here.
Yep. Looks back at Coach Honeycutt. Comes back to the right side of the court. He drives in the lane. Brings it back out in the corner. Dishes to Hamilton. Honeycutt going to go back over to the corner. Sperry comes back out to the right corner. Lane is cleared out now. Sperry just looking for an alley. He goes inside. Brings it all the way across the court, back over to the left side. Working against Combs now. He'll pass it to Bellamy. Very methodical basketball right now. Bellamy inside the lane, and he's called for the walk. Important possession by the Bobcats, taken away with the walk. Turnover will give it back to the Bulldogs. Cottle.
Timeout has him.
Al Holland calls a timeout. We'll take it with him here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
During a loss, we realize that your loved one is your most valuable possession. At Breathitt Funeral Home, we consider it an honor to serve your family. We've recently made some big changes, but not only to the building. We have lowered our prices to what we believe are the lowest in Breathitt County. We offer payment plans for prearranged funerals, and we will honor prearrangements from any other funeral home. Breathitt Funeral Home, premium service at an affordable price, when only the best will do.
Folks, thanks again to all of our sponsors. Be sure you patronize them. Tell them you heard about them during this Bulldog Bobcat semifinal here from Powell County. Thanks to them for helping us bring you all the action. Bulldogs to inbound. Kincaid to Eversole. He's out top of the key working against Gross. Cottle with it now as Eversole hands it off.
Hamilton has to be careful there and make sure not to pick up a foul. That's send Cottle to the line.
Ball knocked loose, goes out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Bulldogs. They'll say it went out on Sperry.
Sperry don't think so, but the referees called it off of him.
1:13 on the clock. Bobcats up 1. Long pass. Hamilton takes it away under the basket. It's up, and he draws a foul. Shot was no good. The long pass on the inbound intended for Cottle. Hamilton just outruns him and gets it, takes it to the hole. The shot's no good, but Hamilton will go to the free throw line and could extend that lead back to 3, DK.
Big opportunity here for Hamilton. Cottle caught for his first foul of the game.
Jackson Hamilton from the free throw line with a 1:11 on the clock. First shot in the air. It's good.
It's good. Those free throws are pivotal. You know, some old coaches I used to hear say, there's 2 things don't survive long. Dogs in the road and teams that don't hit the free throws in March. You got to make them.
I like that saying. Second shot, no good. Ball knocked loose. Eversole comes up with it. He'll get it to Cottle. 1:07 on the clock. 42-44. Bobcats by 2. Cottle goes to work for the Bulldogs. He gets a screen from Kincaid. He brings it inside. Tipped by Sperry. Honeycutt comes up with it. He'll get it to Sperry. Sperry over on the left side in the corner. Double team. And Sperry will call the timeout. And we'll take it with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this short message. I cannot believe.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
David Kyle Abner, we've called a few ball games together, and this game is it's fit the bill. I don't know how else to put it, but what do you expect from these 2 ball clubs? Nothing more.
This Kentucky High School region tournament at its finest. You can't beat this anywhere.
Yeah.
What you're looking at right now is, Brett's got to take care of the ball. not a turnover. Either get an open layup or go to the free throw line and convert. Bulldogs has to apply pressure, trying to force that turnover. So what are we going to see here? Hazard's the team that has to score here, being down 2.
A lot can happen in 48 seconds, and you would expect nothing less from these two ball clubs. A 2-point game, 42-44 in overtime. Hamilton to inbound. He gets it to Gross. Gross double teamed in the corner. Throws to Honeycutt. Sperry with an alley goes in the lane. He's fouled on the court before the shot.
He'll still get 2 free throws here.
43.5, so he lost about 5 seconds off the clock. Sperry can extend the lead.
Fouls on Ratliff. That's his 3rd personal.
I still expect Ratliff to do something big here for the Bulldogs. Such a fine player.
He's just got so much better, it seemed like, as years went on. Ratliff has.
A young man with a big 3-point basket tonight. Still in the game for the Bulldogs. First shot by Sperry off the back of the rim, no good.
Still a chance to push us out to a 3-point ball game.
Sperry steps to the free throw line for the second shot. Puts down his dribble. 43 seconds. Second shot in the air, and it's good. He strips that one. Sperry with 10 points. He's been quiet here in this game, but he's done everything the Bobcats have needed him to do. Cottle directing traffic with Eversole. 32 seconds. 3-point game. Cottle out behind the arc, wanting to dish it. He comes to Kincaid, now to Combs. Dalton Combs with it. He'll deal it to Cottle. 21 seconds. Cottle, top of the key. Drives inside, dishes to Eversole. He goes up off the glass and good.
Timeout Hazard to be a fool.
For Evan Eversole. Another quick timeout for the Bulldogs, and we'll take it with them on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back.
Basketball fans know December is the start of the holiday season. A 4-month round ball holiday running all winter right through March. And at Rose Brothers, we're happy to help Bluegrass Sports Nation bring great high school action to you each week. And when your athletes need basketball shoes, or when you need warm weather gear to get through the winter, come see us at Rose Brothers. We have performance athletic footwear from Nike, Under Armour, and Skechers, and great outerwear from Columbia, Simply Southern, and Under Armour. Now let's cheer on our young athletes, and good luck from all of us at Rose Brothers in Jackson and Betaville.
Folks, we are back. Bluegrass Sports Nation. We got 15.3 on the clock here in the overtime period. Bobcats up 1 point on the Hazard Bulldogs. Evan Eversole with a big bucket underneath the basket. And the quick timeout by Coach Al Holland to talk to the Bulldogs. And we'll get back to the action here as soon as we get a whistle. 1 point lead for the Bobcats with 15 seconds on the clock.
Right here, Breathitt County's going to have the baseline.
Hamilton.
Breathitt County's got to take care of the ball here.
Yeah.
Hazard's going to look for a turnover or a quick foul.
Hazard will try with a turnover with this defense. Pressure everywhere. Inbound to Gross. Gross to Sperry. Sperry going to be tied up, and he'll be fouled by Ratliff. I think that's his 4th.
That'll be Ratliff's 4th personal foul.
So Sperry will go back to the free throw line with 13 seconds on the clock. 2 important free throws here for Austin Sperry.
Dalton Combs checks back into the game for the Bulldogs.
Big shooter for the Bulldogs. Combs pulling back over to the bench now, and number 3, Holbrook, into the game for.
Has to wait for the first free throw shot.
First one is good for Austin Sperry. Holbrook will go to the bench, and Dalton Combs will come back in. 2-point lead for the Bobcats. 13 seconds on the clock. A lot of grit in this game. Both teams playing to the utmost of their potential here tonight, and it's been a great one. Sperry with the second shot, and it's good. Nothing but net. Extends the lead to 3 with 12 seconds. And we get a timeout on the Bobcat bench. We'll take it with them. Bluegrass Sports Nation will be right back.
Have you been injured in an accident or at work? With offices in Salyersville, Hyman, and Jackson, Martin Law Offices is your hometown injury team. Graham Martin, Todd Martin, Cameron Adams, Brad Park, and Lakin Roberts have nearly 100 years of combined legal experience, and they stand ready to help you get the compensation you deserve. Our attorneys have deep roots in our communities. We live, work, and celebrate beside you. So when you get injured, let your neighbors at Martin Law offices help fight for you. Kentucky Law does not certify specialties legal practice.
During a loss, we realize that your loved one is your most valuable possession. At Breathitt Funeral Home, we consider it an honor to serve your family. We've recently made some big changes, but not only to the building. We have lowered our prices to what we believe are the lowest in Breathitt County. We offer payment plans for prearranged funerals, and we will honor prearrangements from any other funeral home. Breathitt Funeral Home, premium service at an affordable price, when only the best will do.
Powell County, Kentucky, home for the 14th region. We got a great one here in the first semifinal. Bulldogs, Bobcats. Here come the Bulldogs down the court with 9 seconds to work. Eversole with the ball.
Hazard probably looking for a three at this point, this late in the game.
Eversole has hit a few from there tonight. 3 seconds. He fires it. It's in the air.
Be short.
Short. The Bobcats withstand the Hazard Bulldogs, and they win in overtime, 47-44. What a game here in the first semifinal. The Bobcats move on to the final round in the 14th region tournament. Folks, we'll take a quick break and go to commercial, and we'll be right back to recap this one from Powell County.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Appalachian Wireless is all in on Tech Madness right now. Select devices get up to $500 off on the Appalachian Advantage Unlimited or nationwide mix and match plans with renewed or new lines. Plus, use a trade-in for additional savings of up to $250 for a possible savings of up to $750. See AppalachianWireless.com for complete terms and conditions. It's Tech Madness with up to $750 off because we are you. We are Appalachian.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Bluegrass Sports Nation bringing you all the action in the 14th region tournament. The Bobcats withstand the Bulldogs 47-44 in overtime. We are joined with some special guests. First up here, we got Braxton Beefy Terry.
Braxton Beefy, how does it feel knowing that Monday night you're going to the opportunity to go to Rupp Arena once again?
It feels great. I mean, Hazard's a good team, and Eversole's probably one of the best players having at the guard, so it just feels good.
That's exciting. You know, you brought a lot of physicality down there. I mean, what was your game plan coming into tonight?
Well, we knew Eversole and Cottle, we was going to have to slow them down or we didn't have a chance. So Eversole got going early in the first half, but I feel like we slowed him down a little in the second half, and I felt like that's how we won the game.
We've also got the sharpshooter with us, number 3, Jackson Hamilton, in the game. You know, give me your initial thoughts about, you know, how do you feel? How's things going for you right now? What's going through the head?
Well, I'm just glad we got to win this game so we get to play Monday night. You know, it's not over yet. We got to win one more game, but this feels like it was a championship right here.
It does. It has a championship atmosphere. Yep. Both of you guys have combined for 16 points and looks like 7 rebounds between you two guys. Just great minutes and great shots from both of you. I tell you, it was very important. Tickled to death to be here with you guys. Hats off to Hazard. We didn't expect nothing but the best from both of these ball clubs, and you guys performed phenomenal for your club. And congratulations on making it to Monday night.
Thank you.
Folks, we got Jackson Hamilton and Braxton Terry been here with us. We want to say special thanks to the Bobcats. David Kyle, you got anything else for either one of these guys?
You know, just congratulations, guys. You've been there before. You know what's on the line. You know, take care of yourselves. You know, you got to get whoever wins this next game here between Knott and Perry, that's who you're going to be playing. So, you know, just as guys that's been there before, you know what the expectation is come Monday night for the Breathitt Bobcats.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give everybody a quick rundown real quick point-wise. Austin Sperry, quiet in the first half with just 3 points, but he comes back to lead the team with 12 points. Isaac Bellamy with 8, Kanan Gross with 10, Braxton Terry with 8, Hamilton with 8 to lead the Hazard Bulldogs. Eversole with 18 points, so he got his points tonight. Cottle with 10, Combs with 7, Johnson with 6, and Ratliff with 3, and Higgins was scoreless. So a big night for you guys. Once again, congratulations on making it to Monday night. Can't wait to see how Monday night feels. It's going to be electric again, and we'll look forward to watching you guys play on the court.
So thank you.
Folks, that's going to do it for us here on Bluegrass Sports Nation in this first semifinal. For David Kyle Abner, Matt Hudson, Tony Hounshell, Brendan Miller, I'm Rob Hounshell. We'll see you back here in just a few minutes for the second semifinal today on Bluegrass Sports Nation.